So, friends, today we are here and today we are going to talk about why competition is important. So, having a life without even any competition. Let's take an example. You are the only person who is giving running a race, and so you will take your time and you will finish as slow as possible. And because you don't have anyone to compete with, because where the competition begins is when the others people get involved and they are putting the same amount of energy and efforts, much more energy you can say. So like that, where everybody has to give their best, everybody has to upcome with a new innovation and upcome with the new enhancing skill, because once you have a skills, once you have best thing, you can always have. So, like, competition is also important in your. Let's take an example. You are in the business field and you're competing with others. You're competing with your next companies, like to get put the competition, pushes the competition, and it helps the particular individual to innovate new thing. It helps to other individual to enhance their skill. It helps to improve the quality, because once you are in your business world, you're competing with other company, and that competition leads to the growth of the product or development of the technology and many more things you can say. So in business world, it is also very important to have the competition with your other partners, right? So it also improve, like when you're making one product, what are the things you're keeping in mind? Like your product should be well managed, your product should be well sell to a customer, and it should be a higher valuable, right? And it should be getting at a lower cost. That's why you come right there and you just push the limit and you just make your own profit, because every business do that. They actually add the value to your customer's life. And that's where once you combine all that point, that makes a strong bond between you and your customer, and it is very much simple to sell them, right? You have to build that particular bond. And so let's talk about like from the business point of view. Let's talk about the personal, what the competition does in a particular individual life. It helps you to motivate, right? Because having a motivation on a one particular thing, because once you see the other peoples are working on the same thing, and that will give you something, hunger to work on it, hunger for one thing that you should be working on it, right? Because at that particular time you don't have to regret afterward, I have time, I have source, I have resource, I have energy, but the very one thing where I was lagging was my motivation, and when I was not able to put that particular amount of effort, right? So that is the very first thing, you will get more motivated. And the very second thing, once you are competing with other, you will definitely much more focus on your personal growth. Because once you have a personal growth, if you are growing from yourself, if you're learning from yourself, if you're learn or teaching, you can say. Because this is the one thing you can which I have learned in my particular life, and what it takes to be in that particular position, because it takes an effort, it takes an everyday effort, right? Because once you are putting your energy, and at some particular time it will pay back, but you have to work hard. And the very second point is like it also helps you to able to set your goals. Yeah, because it is also plays an important role, because some of the people, they are just working, and the people who is checking, and the people who is just writing each and everything which they can about their day, about their life, everything. You have to keep that in check, like whatever the things you are doing. And it also helps you to build your character, because having in your sports or in your professional life, you have to be in your character. Let's take an example of you are in one particular sport, so you have to have a sportsmanship, you have to have a leader quality, because once you can able to compete, you also have to have a emotional intelligence, and that develop the healthy sense of confidence. These are the things which you have to learn, right? And the very last point is like you have to be good in your networking. You have to Yeah, and networking is one of our major key. Like once you are able to connect with more people, you can able to enhance your skill. Like you don't know anything, you just connect with someone and they will teach you. If you're not know, like by connection, like you can improve your professional life as well as your personal life. Yeah, it takes some time, but yeah, you have to give it. You have to give them a proper, you can say, like some key factors you have to remember, like some psychology about the people, what they like, what they dislike, what you have to say, what you don't have to say. These are the basic things which you once you like me like particularly I just try to learn this thing, like doing this in in my life, and yeah, I got a particularly good result, you can say. So yeah, the overall view is like why it is important to have competition, because to have your the person can able to go to his own potential at that particular time and able to have a successful life, because that's all what you need and that's what it takes to be hungry, right? So just keep working hard.